Is the U.S. housing market coming to a screeching halt? Well, that's the impression that I got from a recent CNBC article that stated that recent June home sales were the lowest in 14 years. So that's all the way back to 2009. And we know what happened in 2009. It was not a great time to be buying real estate. So what does this mean for us, and where can we go from here? Well, there's simply not enough houses for sale. That is a direct quote from Lawrence Yun, chief economist of the National Association of Realtors. So what does this mean for the foreseeable future? Well, 38% of homes in the United States have no mortgage at all. And then 90% of the remaining homes that do have mortgages are under 6%. Mortgages remained about 7% throughout June. And if your credit score was lower or you had a lower down payment, the likelihood of your mortgage rate being higher was very good. So it's looking like mortgage rates are going to remain high for the foreseeable future, but housing prices are also going to remain high because there's such a lack of inventory. In fact, about a third of homes that were sold recently sold above list price, and in many markets that just means multiple offer situations are back in full effect. The Federal Reserve has indicated they're going to raise the Fed fund rate at least one more time. At least that's what the market is predicting. And so that means I believe that mortgage rates are going to remain high, at least above 6%, probably for the rest of this year. Of course, I do not have a crystal ball, and neither does anyone else. So what do we need to happen to get out of this mess? First of all, we need inventory, right? But we're going to have to get that at least now from builders, because we just talked about how many people are just afraid or cannot absolutely give up their low mortgage rate. So what can we have builders do? Builders need to build more, and the good news is a lot of the COVID issue, supply chain issues have been resolved, but they're building these massive homes. So we're going to need them to build more scalable, smaller starter homes. I was encouraged to read an article, and I'll link it below, from the Wall Street Journal that showed a builder in Utah that was scheduled to build 3-story homes. Instead, they scrapped that plan, built 2-story homes on those lots, and sold them for less price, and they sold them faster. I hope that that catches on around the country. We're also going to need some of the boomers to exit their homes. Not exit the world, but just exit their homes. And honestly, I just don't see how that's going to happen. My own parents are in this situation. Their house is paid off. They have very low expenses, and some of the smaller senior living homes around our area are just astronomically priced. So they're sort of locked into their home. The only thing that I think is going to get some of these boomers to vacate the home is if the home type that they live in becomes simply unlivable for their situation. So maybe they have a lot of stairs, or the driveway is really steep. Those homes might come on the market. We really need cities and municipalities to get with the program and allow more building. There's sort of a not in my backyard attitude amongst a lot of these cities. In fact, I happen to live in one that is sort of proud of the fact that they do not encourage a lot of building. But the drawback to that is it really raises the home prices in the area, and some people might think that's great, but at the same time, it keeps out the young people, and you need vibrancy in a community to keep it going forever. So it might be good in the short term, but in the long run, it keeps out a lot of young, creative people who are going to bring energy and talent to your community. So what could you do if you're a buyer right now? Number one, you need to work with a great real estate agent. If you don't have a great real estate agent, you're dead in the water, because right now, real estate agents need to have a good network, because they may be able to find a home for you that is not even on the market yet. So find one. I happen to know a lot of real estate agents. If you need one, let me know. You may need to be pounding the pavement. There have been some recent headlines that a lot of Airbnb landlords, they might have jumped on the Airbnb bandwagon during COVID when people were making a lot of money, but a lot of that money has dried up, and a lot of these landlords probably aren't in the situation that they want to be, and they may decide to sell. Same thing for some of these boomers. What you could do is look through the tax records in your area that you want to live in, look for, landlords, people who own multiple properties, and make a lot of offers. So the number one thing that you need to do is make sure that the fundamentals of buying are right. So don't just go buying real estate because you think you're the next, flip or flop person who's going to build an empire flipping homes. I really don't know that that's a great business model right now. But if you need a home, your lifestyle is changing, your household is growing, then you need a home. And so make sure the fundamentals are correct. So make sure that the area you're going to live in is one that's going to appreciate, that the home isn't, in my opinion, like in a nice area that has upside potential, that you're not necessarily buying the best house in the worst neighborhood, but you're buying the worst house in the best area. Don't let interest rates keep you from buying a home if you must buy. Work with a lender that is offering a buy one, get one sort of deal. So right now, if you close with me, if I do your loan for you, then I, in turn, in the future, will be refinancing your home for no lender cost. So I'm not really trying to gouge my clients right now because I know how difficult it is to even find a home, how expensive these homes are, and also I'm so appreciative of the business that I want to reward them in the future with, a thank you, which is a refi at no lender cost. So find somebody in your area that's doing that too. There's a lot of lenders that are doing this. So make sure that you look at multiple lenders and make sure that you compare. Finally, I just want to recommend that you're not too picky right now. A lot of people have HGTV kind of in the back of their brains. They're on Pinterest all day long, but try and make that your future home. Maybe buy a starter home, something that's a 2-bedroom if you really wanted a 3-bedroom, but a 2-bedroom is more in your budget. But continue to look for the fundamentals, look for a good area, look for something that's going to appreciate. It doesn't have to be your dream home. If you're renting right now, it could be the home that you're living in. Ask your landlord if they would consider selling it to you. They might. Also, be willing to do some work on the property. Those people are making actual good investments right now. Oh, forgot. Always have your finances in order before you start looking at any houses, because you may just get out there and find the perfect house, but oh yeah, I don't have a loan lined up. Get a loan lined up, because in this market, money talks and time waits for no one. If you don't have your finances together, no one's going to wait for you. If you have a real estate question or a mortgage question, please let me know. I'd love to get your feedback in the comments. And if you're looking for a mortgage in Georgia, I would be happy to help you. If you just are looking for a real estate agent in your area, let me know. I know a lot of great agents around the country. I'd be happy to refer you. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be posting much more frequent videos with a lot of current events to stay on top of the real estate market, and give this one a thumbs up, and I really appreciate it. Take care.